Hello everyone, this is KK Matics, the solution to your mathematics. Today we'll be dealing with bearing and vectors, part 1. Now, talking about bearing has to do with directions. Let's go into detail and find out more about bearing and vectors. This is the part 1. Definition of bearing and the types of bearing. Let's consider the definition of bearing. Bearing gives direction in terms of an angle and is used to represent the direction of one point relative to another point. Types of bearing. There are two types of bearing. They are 1. Compass bearing and 3. Figure bearing. The compass bearing. Compass bearing is a type of bearing that is based on the four main cardinal points, which is north, south, west, and east, and has its figures in 1 or 2 decades. 2. The 3 figure bearing. This is the type of bearing that has its figures in 3 decades, from 000 degrees to 360 degrees, and its measurement is clockwise. The compass bearing. Just as we said earlier on, is based on four main cardinal points, which is the north, south, west, east, and has its figures in 1 or 2 decades. Let's consider the written form. It is represented in written form of the compass. The written form is always in 1 or 2 figures. Examples is north 30 degrees east, and this is read as from north measures 30 degrees toward east. We start with either north or south. An example is south 50 degrees west, and this is read as from south measures 50 degrees toward west, or you can say south 50 degrees west. Let's consider the diagram of compass bearing. So this is the diagram of compass bearing, where we have our north, we have our east, south, and west. If you have a confusion with where to write your east or in west, always have in mind of the abbreviation WE, which is WE, which gives us we. And this is a simpler way of noting where west would be and where east would be. Now, that in consideration, it's very important for us to consider what uh, consider in between north and east, and that of east and south, and that of south and west, and that of west and south and north. So we have in between north and east is northeast, in between east and south is southeast, in between south and west is southwest, and in between north and west is northwest. Let's consider another 30 degrees east illustration here. So, according to what we've been given here, so with this information that we have here, we know that north 30 degrees east would be in between that of north and east. So, this indicates that 30 degrees north, 30 degrees east would be in between north and east. So, this is a diagram for it. Let's consider some 50 degrees west. Now, so 50 degrees west, we know that would be in between south and west, which is the spot. That being said, my illustration then will be here. So this is south 50 degrees west. Examples of compass bearing. 1. Sketch the following compass bearings. We have north 70 degrees west and south 50 degrees east. Solution here. So, in sketching our compass bearing of north 70 degrees west, we already know, with the information that we were given, we know that that will be in between that of north and that of west. So, the 70 degrees west, north 70 degrees west, is here. And then south 50 degrees east will be in between that of the south and the east. And this is the diagram that you see here. Number 2. Write the compass bearing on the following diagrams. So we've been told to write a compass bearing of the following diagram. Obviously, we know that this compass bearing, which is in between south and west, would be south 20 degrees west. Remember, we always bring, especially if it's south, we bring south first before we bring in either west or east. Or we bring north, either west or east. So in here, we have our first answer here would be south 20 degrees west. So if you consider II here, obviously we know that this is in between north and west. So this will be north 70 degrees west. That brings us to the solution to the question there.
This is the end of part one. Please, please, please subscribe. Please subscribe, like, and share it. Share it, please, and comment. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it if you do that. Really appreciate it if you do that. God bless you. Remember, life without Jesus Christ is full of crisis. Bye.